This is a daily reminder, everybody, drink your water. I'm supposed to be drinking like 1.5 gallons. I just have to remind myself constantly to be drinking water. It's just like a non-stop drip system. What am I doing? I am getting ready to make lunch. So I'm on a new meal plan, a new coach, and my food looks completely different right now, especially because now I'm going into a bulking season or an off season. So I've definitely noticed that I am eating a lot more fat than I typically would. And shout out to my girl, Shannon. Shannon is local here to Colorado Springs, and she meal preps for people. And so I do order a couple of meals from her throughout the week because I work 2 jobs and my time is limited. So I do order about 4 or 5 lunches, maybe 4 or 5 dinners, just to kind of help me a little bit save time and all the things. So this is one of her meals today. So it includes a 1/2 cup of rice. It includes vegetables. I can't remember how much vegetables this is. And then it includes 5 ounces of protein. So this protein is ground beef. And so what I like to do is put all of this in a pan to heat it up. I prefer this method over the microwave. And I like to take out my scissors and do a little choppy chops. So we have green beans here, and I like to make them smaller because otherwise you're like stuffing a whole thing. Excuse the cat. This is what he does when I try to make food, but I like to make my green beans and my asparagus smaller when I'm reheating them. So that's what I'm doing. This is Chet the cat. This is my son's cat, and really he only ever comes around me when I'm making food. So that's why he's here right now. Real life. So I'm just gonna heat my food up in this pan. I'm going to add a little bit of iodized sea salt. That's also requested by my coach now. Iodized sea salt. And so what we're gonna do is just put all this in. And I like to add a little bit of water, especially because there's rice in there. And then cover it up, heat it up for a little bit. Sometimes I actually like it being burned a little bit. I don't know, that's just kind of how I like my food. This coach also has me eating a lot more fruits. So I know this is kind of weird, but I'm also gonna put some frozen blueberries on the side of my food because I need to be eating some berries. And yeah, so we're making like a salad combo with blueberries, frozen blueberries on the side. And this cat is done. He's done. So that's kind of what my lunch is looking like. Today's a very chill day for me. I am able to work from home today. So grateful for that. So there's some things I need to take care of. I need to run errands. I need to go to the grocery store. I probably will frequent the grocery store more so now because of the whole fruit and berry situation. And fresh berries only stay good for so long. So we're gonna go to the store. I'll show you that. And it's cold here in Colorado, so we may get snow this weekend. We'll see. Good morning, YouTube. It has been a little bit of time since I have posted any content, but This video, this vlog is really going to kind of give you my reflection on my competition season, what my plans are moving forward, my goals, kind of what things I want to work on, because it's been about a week so far into my off season, and so I've had a little bit of time to figure things out as far as how I want to proceed and move forward. So gonna have a little bit of an interviewing session going on and tell you, things that I have in store. So
all right, girls, so reflecting on your previous season, share one thing that you feel holds the most value for someone who wants to compete.
There is, when I got into bodybuilding, I didn't think that I would ever really enjoy being up on the stage in such a vulnerable kind of capacity, because you really are wearing little clothing, and it can be challenging to get up there and these judges are looking over every part of my body to just see muscle. That's really what it comes down to. And so the more I've competed, the more I've gotten up on stage, the more I've been in front of judges, the more I've gotten more comfortable in the sport, the more I've enjoyed the sport. And there's just for me, just such a passion, I guess, in the challenge that it entails, and okay, how much farther can I take my body? And that's really the part that I enjoy the most of competing now for 3 seasons. It's how much farther can I take my body the next season and the next season and the next season? So I've really come to enjoy that part of it the most.
Nice. As far as the judges go, do you think they're all looking for the same thing? Do you think they all have different areas that they're looking at? Talk about the judges and what you think.
This is the most subjective sport, I want to say, probably in the entire world. What one judging panel sees, the next judging panel sees something different. And so I have yet to really find, I don't know what the word is, but where it's just very congruent or the same across the board. And that can be very frustrating at times. So this season for me, this past season for me, I did very, very well in my first show. And every show after that, it was the judges were wanting something different than that first look that I brought. So I have yet to kind of figure that out, and every federation is a little bit different on how they judge as well. So that's kind of something I'm trying to figure out, and we'll work with my coach in finding, places where I can do the best. So
nice. And reflecting on your previous season, constantly working out, do you think that's something you're going to continue on with this new journey you're doing, or what are you going to do differently?
Yeah, so I've been able to really reflect a lot over this past competition season and year. And I know for me, my approach moving forward has to be different. So generally speaking, I would be training 6, if not 7 days a week, and always going to failure and always pushing hard and being on a caloric deficit for months and months and months at a time. And the more I'm learning about things, the more I'm watching people that are super successful in this sport, the more that I see people that are able to do this for years and years and years, the more I'm understanding that my approach moving forward has to be different. I have to approach this sport differently if I want to be competing for many more years, which I do. I don't want to stop anytime soon because my body just isn't responding anymore. So I am going to be starting to work with a new coach. His approach is completely different than anything I've ever done before, but I'm really excited because it's more holistic, it's more preventative of any long-term health consequences. And so, yeah, my approach going into my bulk season is going to be different than I've ever done before, and I'm really excited to see what happens.
Nice. So now we're going into this new journey. You've had some time off. What's that been like? How are you normally? Are you go, go, go? Now you've had to sit down for a little bit. What's going on in your head?
Yeah, so I started working with a new coach, honestly, this past week, and the very first thing he tells me as I start my journey with him is, you're not working out this week. Do not go to the gym. Do not lift weights. Do not do any cardio. Your body has to rest because you've been grinding and pushing for so long. Like, your central nervous system needs a little bit of attention. And so initially, in the back of my mind, I'm like, am I going to have a hard time with this? Because typical Gail would probably have a hard time resting, have a hard time not going to the gym. But I will say, and even talking with my husband about it, like, I'm not missing the gym. I'm not missing waking up super early in the morning and going throughout my routine of lifting. Like, there's not really a part of me that misses it, which says to me that much more that my body really needed to take the time to rest and to recover and to take time off. So I am enjoying this week so far.
Good. So while taking your time off, has your diet changed this week? Are you still sticking with it? Are there a lot of cheat days happening right now? And getting that cheeseburger? What are you doing this week?
So with this coach and this approach right now, I still am on a meal plan. Like, at the end of the day, bodybuilding and health and wanting to attain a certain look and to build muscle, like, I think forever a part of my life, I'm always going to be on some kind of meal plan or some kind of macro plan, and still continuing to track my meals. But with this coach, he sent me a meal plan. I'm already eating foods that typically I was not eating. I'm noticing that I'm eating a lot more fat than I was before. My food variety is greater. I'm eating a lot more fruits now. Typically I was not eating fruits. So that's kind of what it's looking like right now. And yeah, one meal a week is a cheat meal or a refeed meal. So it's kind of up to me as far as what I want, but sky's the limit. So, I'm kind of craving sushi at the moment. It's been a long time since I've had a meal of sushi. Every once in a while I would sneak in a bite here or there of my husband's roll or whatever, but a full-on sushi meal, I think that's what we're going to do this week. So yeah.
Can't wait. All right. New journey, new goals. What are your goals for this new journey that you've got coming up?
My biggest goal for this next year is to build muscle. Building muscle takes time. My off seasons before have been 6 to 8 months. I know in my heart of hearts that's not long enough because it takes so long to build muscle. So having that time with this new coach and sitting down and talking about our goals, working together and how soon I can hit the stage. My expectations right now is that it's going to take me a solid 12 months of being in an off season or a bulk season to really put on some good muscle and to get my body into a state of well-being and health and recovery and all of those things. So even now, my training sessions, when I do start, it's 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 2 days off. And that's going to be completely new for me, but I'm excited to see what's going to happen. So biggest goal for me, I would say, is that when the time comes to compete again, I want to look like a completely different person. I want my muscle definition to be that much more. I want my confidence to be that much more, so that when I'm stepping on the stage, it's a brand new Gail, total transformation.
Nice. You kind of touched how important it is to take a break and do some self-care. So what are you going to do differently to take care of yourself, either mentally, physically?
Yeah, I need to slow down. I know that I need to be incorporating more yoga, stretching, more meditation, more prayer time. I, have been ingrained of like, just go, just keep going, just keep pushing, just keep lifting heavy, don't rest, keep going. That's how you're going to change. And that's not how I'm going to change. Like, I know that that's not the answer. And I think that's why my body really has been enjoying this week of having time off and resting. So I know that I need to be incorporating more of those downtime moments, especially if I'm going to have more non-training days where, I can pray, or I can stretch, or I can go to a yoga class, spend time with my family in a different capacity, that kind of thing.
Well, I think that sounds great. We're looking forward to your higher level of competition and what you're going to achieve and kick some butt this season.
Kick some ass.
Yes.
Good morning. Okay, about to have my breakfast here. So I have my Starbucks coffee. It's fall, so there is just a smidge of pumpkin flavoring in there, but it's mostly just coffee with a little bit of almond milk and some stevia. I'm a huge fan of stevia. So I have some strawberries here topped with stevia. And then I have 4 eggs, whole eggs. I'm not used to eating whole eggs, so I kind of mentioned that I've switched coaches, new approach, very different philosophy than my last coach. And so I have 4 whole eggs with some spinach and bell peppers topped with cheese. Another thing I have not eaten is cheese. And then we have some chocolate rice cakes. So I'll be eating a couple rice cakes as well. So this is my breakfast. I already worked out this morning, and now I'm gonna eat my food. So a little bit of kind of what my training looks like, because now I have my training plan, is that 4 days of training a week. So I get 3 days off. Again, very, very different approach. My current coach is calling this like a healing phase. So only 4 days worth of training, and I'm excited about that. I feel like even what he has written up is much less intense than what I have been doing. So again, I guess that goes in part of like the healing phase. So today I worked out my arms, and it was a quick workout. I think I was doing weights for like 45 minutes. So I say so a lot. And I'm getting my blood work done this Friday. So we're going to be checking my hormone levels, my thyroid function, my cholesterol, so many different markers, and then just kind of see where my body is at, what we need to do to continue to recover so that everything is functioning at the most optimal level as possible. I'm excited about that. We shall see what the results are, but yeah, today is Halloween. Happy Halloween. I am going to be dressing up today in an 80s themed jumpsuit workout outfit. So I'm excited to dress up. Typically I don't dress up on Halloween, but I am this year, paying homage to the 80s people that used to work out and walk around the block. So yeah, I'll just continue to update as things happen and change, and looking forward to my off season for sure. Let me know, what do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to share? What resonates with you? How can I help? Please drop a comment. Please like, please subscribe to my channel. All the things. What do you want to know? Happy Halloween. Stay safe out there.